Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. Now, a tidal wave has come to LinkedIn, a tidal wave of new members, because more people are joining LinkedIn than ever before. That's huge. It reminds me, reminiscent of what happened 3 years ago when COVID hit, spread around the world, and more people joined LinkedIn back then. Well, this is a bigger tidal wave. 30 million professionals joined LinkedIn in the last 90 days. And one of the features on LinkedIn that is going to make it easier for you to build your business is the format of their new profile. The features that are going to make it easy for you to pick out the people that would be open to an opportunity, but more important, open to your opportunity. But it's very, very important that we learn how to identify the people who clearly would be candidates for your business and who wouldn't. And the sooner you can make that determination, the more successful you're going to be. So you can stop talking to Mary because she's not suitable and talk to Betty. Both LinkedIn and network marketing are in the center of a perfect storm of opportunity that started earlier this year due to the state of the economy. LinkedIn is growing faster than ever before because of the economy, inflation, prices going up. 10 million professionals are joining every month. People in the mortgage industry are being laid go. Real estate companies are trimming down. But network marketing companies always thrive during a bad economy. Network marketing leaders right now are having their best year. Many networkers will do more business in November and December than they did all year. Leads are free. Leads are free. You don't have to advertise. You don't have to buy leads. You don't need traffic. Stop spending money. All you need is a simple profile page on LinkedIn, a simple profile page on Facebook, the LinkedIn phone app, the Facebook phone app, and an hour or two a day, and you could be building your business anywhere in the world. Now, to demonstrate exactly how it works, we're going to dive into some accounts of my students, and we're going to demonstrate the most important part of this process, which is talking to people. Because at the end of the day, you have to talk to people. Now, let me first take a look in the question box. Bunny's got 3 conversations that she's having with people she believes to be prospects. And we're going to jump into James because James always has great examples of people. All right. So let me look at who's here. All right. Now, I was working with Sandy in a coaching session. And let me unmute Sandy first.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning again. So in looking at Consuelo, let's look at the last message I've been offered opportunities now that I'm a job seeker, but they come in the same form. Insurance, MLM, none of these appealed to me enough to jump in. Now we understand why she's been approached. So let's take a look at her profile. Because it's not about, at this particular point in time, you are looking to be very, very specific as far as who you're talking to. Now, compared to the other people, leader, trainer, coach, mentor, motivated, organized leader, trainer, and coach. If we look at her versus we look at the other two people you were talking to, I think you'd have to agree she's a better prospect.
Yes.
Okay. Was that a yes?
Yes.
So now the thing is, when you look at somebody like this, she's got an open to work frame around her picture. And she's got the background for somebody that would be very, very successful in your business. And you've got to know that based on who she is and what she says she does, she's going to attract everybody in your business, everybody in every other network marketing company, like bears are attracted to honey. And realistically, you're not going to be the first person that reaches out to her. As she told you in the message, man, she's not interested in, let's come back here to the message. I have never wanted to be an entrepreneur. However, waiting on someone to give me a job has made me consider it for that reason. But they come in for the same reason: MLM, FA, insurance, financial. None of them have appealed to me. Probably because number one, she may not understand how the network marketing model works, because we know what's happening. Everybody is just slamming. They're hitting her with opportunities without trying to learn more about her. So let's come up. Let's just take a quick peek. You reach her out to her in October. She accepted you right away. Since my recent layoff. All right, so let's kind of come down here and look at her entire work history. So she was a learning manager for mortgage company, corporate trainer, senior loan specialist at a bank, we come down here. So she was a due diligence team lead. So back in 2010, she's working in, looks like the mortgage field. Remember what happened in 2009? It was when the subprime mortgage business crashed. Trained, supported, mentored teams of people. So she goes to work for Hamilton for 2.5 years. And then after 2.5 years, she's a senior loan specialist. She goes to work for a bank. And after working there, she goes to work for this mortgage company, a learning manager, where apparently she was let go. So since June, she's been, for the last June, July, August, September, October. So for the last 4 months, she's looking for work, looking for a new adventure. And she likes training. We come down here, we look at all the things training, coaching, team building. All right, so this is the kind of person that you would love to talk to. Now, I was pleasantly surprised that some old coworkers from years back okay, now so she came over here. A lot more active since my layoff. So she's telling you she was laid off. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, as you might imagine, because lots of people in the mortgage industry are getting out. With increased interest rates, people, the whole real estate industry is slowing down. Are you still working or are you unemployed? So right now she's telling you she's got an interview. Okay, now here again, we have to lose this moving forward. I never want to see this again.
Never.
Never. Okay. Have you ever considered working for yourself in your own business? No. What here? I got a 2-hour interview. I hope, let's see how it goes. So here, if you wanted to build a relationship with this person, what we should have done here was say, hey, good luck. We could send her a gift with crossed fingers and say, good luck. What kind of a job? Start up their mortgage department. You could ask her, good luck. What's the salary range that you're looking for? So we would have learned more about her. As long as people think they're looking for work and they've got a potential possible option, you don't want to talk to them about your business. Okay. So now, have you ever considered working for yourself? Sure, I sure have. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. However, waiting on someone to give me a job has made me consider that reason. Okay, so here's where you are. Now, this was Friday. This was Thursday. So first, what we want to do is, again, we want to cement the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first thing that you can do that really builds that relationship. Let me come over here. And so the first thing you can do again, all part of building the relationship, making you stand out from all the other people in your company who are just being lambasted with all kinds of right out of the gate. Hey, look at this. What we're going to do first is we're going to send her. Now, that was Friday. Today's Tuesday. So first, we're going to send her a motivating and inspirational message. All right. Then we're going to send her a message. I just sent this to a good friend. I thought that you'd appreciate it too. There, she just saw it. I routinely send motivational messages like these to my friends on LinkedIn. I hope you enjoy them. Now, she liked it.
Awesome.
I'll keep my fingers crossed. Okay. And we could even go over here to the GIF. Now, it's not loading.
Yeah.
This happens on LinkedIn for a while, so we can't use the cross fingers GIF. So when will you know about the job? Okay, now, because we're going to go back. See, I've been offered
Right.
opportunities. In looking at your resume, and we have one of these in the scripts book, the one where the person that says, it's a script where someone's talking to someone that worked for Verizon, and I get approached all the time. So that's what you're going to do. First, we'll find out about this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to say, I'm not surprised that you've been approached by people trying to sell you, approach you. And because with your background in sales and training, you would be. Now, good question. When you're talking to the right people, they write back right away. You pick it, you choose a date, you choose a time, you send them a message, you focus on it, they see it, they write back right away. Where are we going to go with this conversation? Where we're going to go is, I'm not surprised that people in network marketing have been approaching you, and we're going to specify network marketing because of your background with blah, 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 blah. Now, she says, none of those have appealed to me to jump in. Now, the reason none of them have appealed to you, and this is going to be part of our dialogue, is that perhaps you really don't understand the power of network marketing and how it works. And then we're going to use, another script to be successful, to be truly successful in network marketing. Number one, you have to be passionate about the products, or actually maybe what we're going to start with is we may ask her to save ourselves some time. We may ask her, what experience have you ever had previously with companies like Nu Skin, Herbalife, Avon? Before we get into explaining it, we want to know what her experience is. Always staying in touch with her on the basis that she's looking for a job. And she's got phenomenal skills. And if we look at the other two, if you compare her with the other two people you were talking to, there's no comparison.
Right, right.
Okay? This is the kind of person that you want to be talking to. And God knows there are millions of people just like her. So when we're talking to somebody that is clearly looking for work, 10 million people are joining every month. It's all about you talking to the right people. You know what you're looking for. So let's pop over here because James is a lot further along than you. And we'll have a better sense. You're welcome. And we're never gonna use that expression again, right?
Never. I don't know what it is. I forgot it already.
Well, I'm not gonna bring it up. Okay. So let's take a look at the messages. And we're gonna look at George. Okay. Aggressively seeking out the right opportunity. Let me unmute James.
Good morning, Max.
Good morning, James. Are you done traveling for a while?
No, actually, I go to Reno tomorrow for a conference on wealth management and wealth building.
Okay.
Then I'll be home on Monday, and then I'll be home for a while.
All right. So one of the things that when you're traveling, when you're running around, let people know. Okay. I mean, posting, going to Reno, going here, going there. Because remember that wherever you're traveling, there are going to be people in those areas that you could basically start conversations with. And it doesn't take very long. So let's take a look at this guy. He's aggressively seeking out the right opportunity. We come down here and okay, freelance writer, inside sales position, independent contractor. So you go down and look at all the things that this guy has done. All right. Now, so he sold, looks like he sold insurance for 4 years, a long time ago. He became an account manager. Then he worked for Hewlett Packard, inside sales rep. This is all sales. And then independent contractor. So he's done, looks like, so he's a free agent specializing in sales. Okay. So that's who he is. He's a free agent and he's looking for an inside sales position. It's very important to review the conversations and then actually review the profile. Okay, so you reached out to him in September. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? It's okay. You know, for somebody that's a communicator and that types and writes copy.
Yeah.
Okay, your profile says that. Now, what if, another way you could have worded this. So your profile says that you resigned from a job last December,
That's that Medtronic job, I think.
okay? I resigned. Let's come down, let's move this out of the way. I resigned my position. Okay. The better question to ask, again, the more you can ask a question that begins with the word why, the more you're going to learn about the other person. Why did you resign? Why did you resign from this job? I sold oil and gas investments for a time, but couldn't pass the test. Okay. Working a sales job while I try to acquire a rental high tech. Okay, I remember him now. So here, it would have been more effective if you said, since you're into selling high tech, I'm about to launch. This is where you would have put your project launch script. Okay, you're not giving him enough. So let's come down here. Okay. And on the personal side, I'm about to close my first investment real estate deal. Okay. So
I tried to figure out, I mean, that was a choice. And I made the call of finding out, trying to get a little bit more about the information of what he's doing.
well, okay. So if you want to find out what he's doing, I would have congratulated him on
Yeah, on the investment deal, yeah. Mhm.
investment. What's that all about? The whole idea is to get them talking. So what's
Okay.
this, because clearly if he's making investments, he's got money.
Good point, yeah.
Okay. So what does being a chat sales rep? Okay, so he's selling virtually or online. Okay, not very much at all. Okay. So here, this was on Friday. What we can do is we can come back. And this is where we would go with the project launch script. So here, first, let's come back up. Now, the one thing that really just goes a long way towards cementing that relationship with the right person is we send a motivating image. And what we're going to be doing, first, we're going to send that. Then, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving over to sending a GIF, a moving image along the same lines. I hope you enjoy them. Now, what we could do, we could start out by saying, and why don't we say instead of hope, because I hate to use the same word twice. I trust you had a nice weekend. And then we'll pick up the conversation, not much at all. And we could start out by saying, in sales, and let's go with with your and let's give it a name.
The details. The details.
Now, we need in the process, we need to have these kind of conversations 4 or 5 times a day. Okay, so we come back here and let's look at the next person. So we come back over here, we look at Cassie. Now, LinkedIn has made changes that are going to make it easier for you to find people. And we can see here that you still have the old format. Okay. Home for remote work. You're gonna find more, I mean, literally tens of thousands of people in the mortgage field are exactly in the same circumstance. So I stepped in the mortgage world back in 2005. So she was through the first big disaster. And if we come down here, we can see, if we look at all of her experience, you always want to look. What did she do back in 2000? And here it is right here. This is when it crashed. So she goes to work for this bank for 5 years. And then she leaves this one and she becomes a business office manager. And then she comes back to the mortgage field. And here, now she's a financial service, now she's a manager. She's in management. And she's the manager of processing up until April of 21. And then she goes to work for this company. So here, she left this company in April. She's a manager. And then she goes to work for this company as a loan processor. Why? Why did she leave this job? And the thing is that you always want to be thinking about as we're going through this is, as a manager, she's probably making more money than she was making as a processor. And the other thing that you have to be aware of is there's tremendous competition in her field because more and more people are going to be let go.
Yeah.
So then she leaves this one, AVP. Is that area vice president? So it looks like maybe she left this company and she got an increase. And so clearly the question then comes down to, why'd she leave this job?
And I asked her that.
Okay, so now we come over here and we look. She reached out to her a week ago. Yes, few months.
Oops.
Now, notice, she never asks you about LinkedIn. She never said, so how long have you been on LinkedIn? Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for you.
Yeah, I see.
Hold on a second. Okay. So this first part wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what do you do? Now, Now, what do you do is the normal question that you would ask. But we know, according to this, that she's looking for a job. So asking, what do you do? Well, she never answered it. Asked the question, what do you do? Never, no response to that. So why did you leave your last job? Okay, they let people go. So she's got no income. So clearly there's an opportunity here. Now, again, the question, now we could go right to a transition line. Okay, we go right to a transition line. But we have to ask ourselves. Let's take a look at her. Well, she mentored and she coached people. Okay. Oversaw a team of processors. So with that in mind, we would so she said, hey, there are a lot of people out there like this. So with rising interest rates, as you're aware, now we're going to use the transition line.
It's Cassie back. It may,
So let's hit the refresh button and maybe it.
look up there under Cassie back, the next one over. The next tab over. There you go.
Now, are launching new careers. Now, first, what we're going to say, would you like to know more about this? So you got her attention. Now, when she comes back and says yes, then we want to ask her, what experience have you had with the network marketing business model? Or actually, no. Then when she comes back, what we're going to do is we're going to say, I'm about to launch a special project and work with two people, help them become leaders and top earners in our business, blah, 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 with your background. And again, we want to pick out those words: mentoring and coaching and working with teams. You'd be very successful in the business. What experience do you have with the network marketing business model?
Got it.
Okay. And that's the way we do it. And we're going to be doing this constantly over and over. We need to get to where we are having not just those initial conversations, 4 or 5, we want to be having 10 or 12 initial conversations, but what we really need to be doing is we need to be moving these conversations along so that every day over here, we've got the initial ones, 5, we need to be having 10 of these every day, but now we want to make sure that we're moving these up to where we're using transition lines to start talking about the business. I'm going to look at the rest of these and back on. Are you able to come back at 4?
Yeah, I'll be back on at 4.
So what we'll do is, and again, folks, for all of you, I will be back at 4 o'clock. You have unlimited access to people, unlimited. For those of you,
have you given any thought to our deal tomorrow?
let me check that out and see.
Okay, I'll talk to you about it this afternoon.
Okay. All right. So the bottom line is all you need is an hour or 2 a day.
Yeah, so I had been just kind of trusting Max and going step by step through the process. And to be honest, I had this little voice in the back of my head that was saying, this isn't going to work. What are you thinking? But I decided to trust and move forward with the process anyway. And then all of a sudden, just with this profile that you're seeing now, one of my friends that I used to be in another network marketing company with, first of all, he sent me a LinkedIn message, and I guess I didn't see it quick enough. He was so excited to talk to me that he actually picked up the phone within a couple hours later. And he said, "What are you doing, Wayne? What are you doing?" And then we had a conversation, and I said, yeah. Next thing you know, within 24 hours, he's now on my team. So I was pretty excited.
All of you are headed down the same road. I will be back at 4 o'clock. If you haven't registered for boot camp, we've opened up the November boot